All right, YouTube. All right, what's going on, YouTube and the Auburn fan base? Once again, it's Kennard Vernon Stewart here for the podcast. We're discussing Auburn football. We do discuss other Auburn sports. So go ahead and smash that subscribe button so you can get the latest of my commentary about these Auburn Tigers. Okay, so I just couldn't continue to let this particular thing slide. Now, I am in no shape, form, or fashion advocating that Brian Harsin will ultimately be successful or that ultimately he will fail at Auburn. I'm not a time machine to where I can see how all of this is going to turn out, nor am I a psychic or crystal ball reader or any stuff like that. Now, some of what I'm seeing in the Auburn fan base stratosphere is, in my opinion, a lot of panic, a lot of mindless assessments. I don't think you all understand the new climate of college football. Do you know that if the transfer portal, as it is today, would have existed from the early 2000s on to now, how much sticking and moving players would have been doing? And it would have had nothing. See, y'all are loyal to the team. The fans are loyal to the team. Y'all are fans. But as a football player, especially in today's time, how do you think, even in the NFL, how do you think a player, if it's all that much loyalty, y'all talk about loyalty based on how you feel about the team. That's the one thing we got to get out of the way. We base loyalty based on how we feel about the team, the passion that we have as fans. And all of it is passion, because most of us have never played it down for Auburn. Okay? But when it comes to business, these guys are in a business position. So they can't be windmilling for a team that is probably not going to get them to the next level. It's not about, you get your degree from Auburn like Bo Nix. You get your degree from Auburn, but in the long-term grand scheme of things, maybe Oregon is a better fit. How about this? Try this on for your mental size. Former Auburn secondary safety, Travaris Robinson, has accepted a gig at Alabama. Alabama, the rival school of Auburn. He's one of the better Auburn defensive backs in recent history. But see, as fans, we'll say some crazy stuff like, I don't see how he can do it. I see how he can do it. Because although the fans' colors are orange and blue, but that bottom line color is green. And if you have an opportunity, I don't give a shit where you went to college at. Travaris Robinson, a former Auburn player, is about to have an Alabama hat on and is going to be coaching their players. So are we going to talk about that? Is that a problem too? See, I just want to give you guys perspective on this whole transfer portal opportunity for players that gives them a chance. Like, say, for instance, I can't think of his name right now, and I should have did my research on this. But I'm thinking about the player that Georgia has, that number 7 wide receiver that has won a national championship. See, y'all don't talk about stuff like this. That won a national championship at Georgia, but now wants to transfer to Alabama and has actually been accepted. Why would he want to do something like that? Why? Why would he want to do that? Because from what it appears, a wide receiver has a better chance at some high stock in the NFL than, say, a receiver at Georgia. Because Georgia really doesn't have a receiver that is like super, they might be super elite, but they're not super utilized to that extent. But I just wanted to stop on here because this whole transfer portal thing, and Auburn has all these players leaving. In the comment section, name a player outside of Kobe Hudson who still was not as like super elite productive. No disrespect for him, but this is just as to the context of this video. Leave in the comment section the real impact of the players that left. And also, leave, in your opinion, the expendability of Mike Bobo and Derek Mason. Because a lot of you all at the beginning of the season thought that these were bad hires to begin with, but now that they've left, now Auburn all of a sudden is a dumpster fire. So that's where I want to get rid of this. I really want to get rid of this convenient hypocrisy. Now, I guess my real deal here is, and I have no dog in either fight because I can't hire or fire anyone. And yes, I want Brian Harsin to be successful. Is his success ultimately up to him? Yes, but do I have a stake, or do I have the ability to determine or dictate whether he's going to be successful or not? No. I think he's a good football coach. I think he has an opportunity once he gets whatever system that he has in place together. I think he has a good opportunity to be successful. But at Auburn, I don't know what it is. If it's not perfect, if all the players are not staying and just standing their asses on the bench, not doing shit, but just wearing the Auburn uniform, sit on the sideline and just burn your career out for the sake of War Eagle, that doesn't make business sense. That's not that's not American. That doesn't make sense. And just think about it and try this on again for your mental size, which I'm really debating on how some of you guys would turn out if we had a weigh-in when it came to mental size. Would you want your child at a school that they didn't want to be at? That they feel like they don't have the opportunity that they may have at another school? Because these are kids, right? These are kids. At this point, and even at the point when I started doing these videos, I'm actually old enough to be a lot of these kids' dads that play football play college football. And your son is telling you, hey, Dad, I'm not getting what I need to get out of this situation. Fans thinking, okay, Auburn is the greatest place ever. But are we going to realize that Auburn is just not the best fit for everybody? No more than Alabama is the best fit. No more than any other university is the best fit. I mean, 8 defensive linemen sounds excessive, but I mean, look at what you got coming back. Look at what you got in the, as far as recruits. These are guys that Brian Harsin didn't recruit. So why would they have loyalty to Brian Harsin? They don't have to. They weren't recruited by him. They don't know him. No more than when I transfer as a member of management to another location, a lot of them may quit. That doesn't mean I'm a bad manager. That may mean that, either they like the previous manager so much that they want to roll with him, or over time they will see that my system and how they operate just doesn't fit. All right, this is my time here for now. Vernon Speaks Sports Auburn. Kennard Vernon Stewart here for the podcast. Auburn football is alive, hopefully. Deep South, the battle cry is War Eagle. Until next time, you all take it easy. And be smart. Some of y'all are not being smart right now, in my opinion.